It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Patrick Owasor in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Ferguson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down now, it's Ingram, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A run for Nick Chubb. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Hey, dude. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I got you. I got you, son. What's that?
From the 35 on second down, Mayfield is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They run for it with Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
61, matchbox lights. Pistol.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Ingram.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the safety creep.
Jackson now, throwing on 4th down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 38 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Mayfield on first down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey, 133. Let's go.
Mayfield with it once more. Flush to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Regular. 36 to Mike. Set the turn. Go.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Shift.
And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ingram again.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
53, check 53. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Jackson will keep it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Here's Ingram. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Check 13.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And this Browns defense stands tall. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mayfield down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Anthony Averett picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, there'll be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3. Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. Because if you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From midfield now, here's Jackson escaping the pressure. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Always got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Hey, echo. 36.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
36 to Mike. What we got? Pistol. Regular.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
The young, incredible, honestly, you forget.